This tree just fell down on the site right next to our camper. So what happens if a tree falls on your camper when you're out camping? This is incredible. Just within seconds, we heard the tree cracking and it fell down. You have no time to get out, no time to do anything. So what happens if you can come out, no injuries, hopefully, if a tree falls on your camper? I just moved a little bit closer to this tree. So what's the first thing to do? This happened to Happily Ever Hanks and it's a big rainstorm, and it also happened to the Adventure Bandits where a tree fell on their brand new camper. So what do? The best thing I can do, and I can tell you, is from what I learned from experience. It's never happened to me, but you have seconds after this happens. So you want to take photos, and you also want to take video whenever this happens. You taking photos of all of the damages to your camper, the breakage of the tree, the whole site. You want to take a video of everything that happened just to showcase everything that you may have missed in the photo. The video is actually better because when you take a video, you can take screenshots of the video to show exactly where the damages are, which may be missed in a photo. And also you can transmit the video to the insurance for your insurance claim because they can take a screenshot of whatever they need to see that you may have not provided. So this is one site over from our site. As you can see, it is right here. We have another tree right next to it that you can see. And if it falls in an angle where I'm standing, it's going to go right across. That's what it looks like. It looks like from the way that it's angled that this one, if it falls, it should miss the RV. Also, if it happens next to you, call your whatever site you on, whatever campground, call the office, the main office, the management to let them know that a tree fell. Hopefully they can move you. With these assigned sites, who knows what can happen? But this is one site away. I'm still baffled about it, still much baffled. If a tree happens to fall on your camper, you also, after you contact your insurance, the campground itself may have liability insurance where they can cover a lot of the damages and loss to your camper. They just, if they can show that this tree was not maintained, then the campground is liable. So I don't know what it takes, like if to look to see if the trees are maintained. I'm guessing if the branches are cut so that they're not extended too much to give leverage for the tree to fall, I'm guessing that's maintained. But a lot of these things are just like an act of nature. So I don't know how that works. As it stands, we have a brand new camper. When this happened to the Adventure Bandits, they had a brand new camper. When it happened to the Happily Ever Hanks, it happened to their camper. So, they went, I don't know, like what they went to. I know the Happily Ever Hanks, they discussed about going through the insurance company, and I'm guessing that's how they got their camper repaired. But a brand new camper, if one of these trees was to go through it and just cut right through the middle, that's it. That's going to be total. So I don't know like how much that covers. This camper here was over 100 grand. So I don't know how that handles. But these are the steps that you have to take. You know, you have to take photos, take videos, contact your insurance, contact the management of the campground, and you have to file a claim right away. But this is just amazing. Let me give you guys a close up look of this tree. If it fell this way, it would have crushed our camper. That's a huge tree. And if you come all the way across, this is the end of site 2 right here. And now we're going into site 3. So this tree spanned three, 2 sites over. So just imagine if it was a camper here, it would have hit that camper. If the camper was far enough back and site number 2, it could have missed the camper if it was a small camper, but who knows? It may have not missed it. But this is a huge, huge tree. Wow. And man, it was just seconds. You never know. And the tree looks healthy from the outside. From the inside, it looked like it was rotten. So you don't know. I don't know how to tell that. Maybe specialists would know how to tell. Shocked that this tree fell. I am with Thousand Trails right now. I don't want to give the name of the campground I'm in, just because I don't like to. This is not negative because this can happen anywhere. Trees fall, but I don't want to shed any negativity on any campground. But I did call the office to let them know that a tree fell. I had to make a couple of calls because I couldn't get through at first, but I finally got through to talk to somebody. And it's pretty good that I talked to somebody because this is a bad look for someone to come and they're camping and to see a tree that's falling. Like, let's say you in the woods and a tree falls, you're going to get out of that area because you don't want to be there. And there's trees everywhere along the sites that they have us in. We normally wouldn't pick this site. Once we got in and we got everything situated, we made it comfortable for us, but for other people it may not be as easy to make themselves comfortable. It's kind of unsteady. But what happens, you know, with Thousand Trails assigning you sites and a site that you normally wouldn't pick, and a tree falls on your camper? That's whew, I'm just happy that this went the other way. And I was kind of thinking about just leaving. I wanted to call to get another site, but you can't because I was told that these sites are assigned by the system and you can't change them. If there's a damage on your site, maintenance will come and repair it. That's what I was told today, actually, before this tree fell down, and then the tree fell. But this is how it is. Normally, when we come to campgrounds, I know everybody with Starlink now and solar, they look for sites that are open now. Before, everybody looked for like shaded sites. Now, a lot of people don't want the shade because of the access to the sky, solar, Starlink, and other internet providers offering satellite internet, which is like really remarkable right now. As it stands, we have a lot of our things outside. And I want to come outside and play and have fun around here. But when something like that happens right next to you, you're kind of shaky. It happened about an hour, 2 hours ago. So I'm kind of relaxed now because one time we were in this exact same campground and we were talking to people, and right behind us on the mountain here, like on the drop, a tree fell and we all saw it fall down. We're just like, wow. And luckily, it is a grassed area where the tree was able to fall and it didn't hit anybody's camper. But two times in the same campground, and you happen to be here both times, that's pretty wild. And when it happened the last time, it was a day just like today where it wasn't windy, it wasn't raining, and it happened. But I do remember prior to that other tree falling, it was a rainstorm a couple of days before, and yesterday it rained all day. But this tree didn't break from the root. It looked like it broke from the base. So that's really scary, where it just looked like it leaned and broke. So that's what I'm sort of looking at. And then the next tree right next to ours, it looks like there's some sort of an anchor going through it. It looks like there's an anchor on this tree, on this tree, on this tree too. Like maybe this was a site that was a permanent site for like somebody full time, because I don't see why it will be anchors on these trees. I'll give you guys a closer look of what I'm talking about. So if you look up at this tree, you'll see a metal round hook sticking out from the tree. And then you come over to this side of the tree over here. There's another one. I don't know if this is going straight through the tree, but there's one on this side as well, if you can see it there. And then if you look at this tree, there's another one. Let me see if there's another one on this side of the tree here. No, it's nothing on this side. So there's the hook there, and here's another hook. It looked like maybe someone was hanging something from these trees. Let me know in the comments if something like this has ever happened to you, or you've seen or heard of a story like this ever happening. It's very, very scary with a tree falling next to your camper or anywhere in the campground you're staying, whether it's in a established campground or it's in BLM land or wherever it is. It's a very scary situation when you have a falling tree. And whew, but let me know if you guys like adventure videos, hit the like button and subscribe, please. Subscriptions are free. We get a lot of questions about subscriptions for the channel. If you have to pay, they're free of charge on YouTube to hit the subscribe button. You can follow our ventures all across the United States. We're going on a long trip. Hopefully no tree falls on our camper during that long trip because we're going all the way to California. We're going to travel the whole United States to try to fill in our map. We have the whole top portion of the United States filled in. Now we're trying to go to the lower 48 to fill those in. Thank you guys for tuning in for so long. This is kind of an impromptu video that I wasn't going to do, but I just happened to be sitting down watching sports and a tree fell. And me and my wife were sitting down. Our chair faces right out the door, and we actually saw where this tree fell. And it was within seconds. We heard cracking, and we were just looking around like, "What's that?" And then we saw the branches, like as the tree was falling. We didn't see the whole tree. We saw the branches come like following the tree, and then we came out and noticed it was the whole tree that fell down. Initially, we thought it was a branch, but it was the whole tree. Because the angle that we had was like the side angle of all of the side of the tree with the branches coming down. And when we came out, that's where we saw the whole bark of the tree, like that it was broken off. That was very, very scary. But that's all I got for you this week. Short and sweet. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go into the comment section, type me a little message. Let me know if you ever saw this happening before. See you later, everybody. Make sure join our live streams if you see them. Hopefully you enjoy them. I'm gonna do a lot of gaming in the live streaming. Some cooking sometimes, but a lot of gaming. See you later, everybody.